So welcome back to Small Duel Links Ranked PvP. Today we're going in with Yugo with Speedroid, Crystal Wing, Clear Wing, and we're on our King of Games climb. We're in Legend 5 right now, and so we might be able to reach Cog in this video. I'm going to say we won't, because you know what happens when you click record? You get the YouTuber curse, you suddenly brick, but this time, we didn't. Now, we didn't because we're playing 2 copies of Red Dice, and I found that if you're playing one, especially for me, you see this card in your opening hand so many times, and it sucks. But they've been doing pretty well for me on ladder. So we're going against a Train and a Kaboom from the UK, Loudstorm YT, so a YouTuber potentially. That could be pretty cool. But let's see what they do. Because Train's turn 1 I feel like is just making some big bodies, and that's kind of it. Unless you do go for the burn damage and try and snipe that out, but we'll see. In 4, an Xyz. No, it's a Link, sorry. The double Anglehead Knuckle. Now, this is going to be, during the main phase, they can send one to special summon a level 10 machine in their graveyard. Okay, so it floats into, it's a dodge. Okay, Forbidden Lance. Okay, that's pretty cool. So, let's just go and do our whole discarding the wind, discarding the triad dice to go and search for, if we're going to be allowed to, that is a copy of the Speedroid Terratop. There we go. And from here, we should be fine, right? Unless you can negate the Terratop, then we might be kind of stuck, but I think we'll be okay. So let's go Terratop, and then on summon, Terratop can search either Takatomborg, or in this case we'll search for the double Yo-Yo, and I will say this now, I'm going to misplay, right? Speedroids have quite a few combo lines, and I don't know all of them, so a lot of it's going to be me making stuff up as I go, and hoping that me commentating isn't going to be like messing me up big time. So let's go and send the Duke. And then we'll go and summon into the double Yo-Yo, and this is great with the skill because this makes this a 1-card combo into a Clearing Sick Dragon, which is pretty cool. So let's bring you back. Book of Moon on my Yo-Yo. No you don't, Forbidden Lance. Of course we have the out. If we didn't, then we'd be kind of stuck, right? Because I'm not playing the Starless Charged Warrior, so there would be no level 6 synchros, right? I feel like this deck is, it's really tight in the extra, because you want to have as many options as possible, right? And so there are times where you don't really see these cards see play, but when they do come up, they come up pretty big. So let's see, let's go for the Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, right? 3 and 4. In for you, we'll play the animation because it is so good. They knocked out the park with the Clear Wing, with the Raging Dragon animation. It is so much better than in the anime because it doesn't run at 2 FPS. If you've seen anime, you'll know what I mean. But here we go, Clear Wing Synchro Dragon coming down. Now makes our skill live. If we go Clear Wing, Crystal Wing now, then we just like stop this immediately. So it is probably worth doing, but is it worth going? It is, right? It is worth going to this now rather than getting the more draws, I believe, because if I want to stop this, right? So let's go for the Crystal Wing first of all. And I believe I've done this wrong because I can then do some more and bring some other stuff back or whatever, but it's fine. It's fine, we've got on the game. So now this double head angle knuckle is going to do absolutely nothing, which is pretty cool. We can then go and special summon the Takatomborg. We can then go and bring out from our deck a copy of the other tuner that can give us some mills. But do we want to do anything here? So that's going to be a level 4 tuner coming out as well. This does nothing for us right now, but brings back a level 1. So actually yes. We'll go Duke. Going to be banishing you. We're not going to negate it for Crystal Wing. And we're going to go and special summon out from our graveyard our lovely Speedroid Red Dice. And we're just going to leave it as level 1. I think, yeah, just level 1. We'll then play Takatomborg to go and bring out from our deck our lovely copy of Fukumidoshi Piper. We'll summon you in defense mode as well. Probably should have done attack mode, but that's fine. Activate the effect. We're going to get a mill 3 and pick 1 card, put it in our hand, which is pretty big. So let's see. We've got a Lance. We've got a Yo-Yo, we've got a Lance. I'm going to go for a Lance for next turn just because I want to make sure we kind of survive the turn. Let's put us back in, and here, I believe we can just go for the Speedroid double Yo-Yo. That's not what it is it? It's the puzzle. We'll summon the puzzle, and we can actually kind of just game him here, right, I think. So we can go for the Kite Drake, which is not really amazing, or we can go for Cyber Slash. And Cyber Slash can bounce cards back to the hand, which is really big for us because we can now OTK here. If we really wanted to, we can just OTK. The thing is do I want to do that, right? Because does this have any effects when it floats, right? I don't think it does. Oh, wait, no. You know what? Let's just go and set the lance face down. We'll set the Book of Moon, and we'll see if he goes to activate effect, because that will then make sure that we do guarantee our W here, right? Let's go Crystal Wing, attack in, 15, and then 26. There we go. On to game number 2. Speedroid's put in the work so far. Going on to our next game, we've got a Declan Archibald DDD coming in. Oh, not a fan of this matchup at all. Give me the spice. Pen to change basic, so not DDD. He's on the Metalfoes, right? Oh, Metalfoes. I think I don't like this matchup more than the DDD, right? I feel like just the fusion spells are so annoying. We'll see how it goes, right? He's setting the fusion face down, that is the normal spell. Metalfoes fusion in for his first fusion of the day, and of course he can never recycle the fusion spell. In for the Alcahest. Alcahest is the negate, right? I believe it is the once per turn target effect monster, and equip it. So no, it's the steal. It's the steal. Okay, we've got to watch out. Adding the Summoner's Art. Now the big thing with these cards is they can all, like, you know, add cards from deck to hand, and so they have a lot of synergy. Adding the Scout, playing the Scout, gonna be paying 800 to go and search, I believe, for the Monolith. It is your scale 1, so now he can go and pen that from his extra deck and just go full ham if he wanted to. And so what do we do in this situation, right? We've opened really good. We've got the Terratop to kind of bait out any back row. We've got the Takatomborg as well. We've got the normal summon. So I think we're in a very good spot. It just depends on what else he can do, and if he's got access to the quick play fusion spell, which of course he now does. And I believe these can use cards in your opponent's graveyard or field as well. At least one of them can do. So we'll see. Going the whole shebang, adding the Metalfoes Bismugear, which is not going to do much. Okay, so he's got a fusion summon. I'm not too sure what the Metalfoes cards are, so let's just try and play around this, right? Let's go Terratop. Terratop gonna search out for a copy of the red-eyed dice. Now, might be a little bit weird, but hopefully this will kind of come up. We'll then go and play our skill to go and dump this to the graveyard, right? Dump our Denden Daiko Duke to the graveyard, and we'll go and summon into our double yo-yo, and I assume that here is where we're gonna kind of be hit with the old Alcahest Steel. I would imagine before we go to Synchro. But maybe not. Maybe you're going to let me go through and summon Clearing. No, you're not. You're going to steal now. Okay. Steal the Tuner is the correct play there. Okay, very cool. So here we're going to go for Takatomborg. Summon you in defense. And now he can't steal, but he could just go and make another one of this and then steal the next one. So I think that might happen. It's gonna happen, isn't it? It's just going to happen. You're just going to steal my next one. Going for 2/4, let's see what he's making. It's going to be a second Alcahest, of course. Going to summon into the Fukunoshi Piper, and from here, it's then going to be stolen again, right? We're going to get some draws off, you know, we're going to get some draws, but he's going to be able to steal before we can make our Synchro Summon, which is so annoying. Oh, now, if only we had main phase 2 so we could, like, crash to this, bring this back, special summon. A little bit frustrating. I'm gonna add to hand the Book of Moon because we've got wins, right? We've got wins, so we can actually do something on our next turn. And I guess, what's in our deck, right? Have we got the level 3? I took the level 3 out, are you serious? The one time we kind of need it? And this is a once per turn as well, so this doesn't work either. That is kind of annoying. Right, okay, so this does nothing, really. Sure. Now, does this have any protection, right? So once per turn, target 1 gains defense, and it doesn't. So if I just crash into this then puts that back in my graveyard, and so that's kind of fine. I just realized I could have booked that. That would have gone to the graveyard, and then I could have brought out the red-eyed dice, and then gone for my play that way. Oh, that's annoying. He's set on the fusion. He's activating the fusion. Let's see where he goes with this. Let's see what he brings out. The fusion of the Mithrilium. Okay, so this one is target 2 in the graveyard, 1 on the field, shuffle them into the deck. Okay. And then bounce back to the hand. So I'm going to Book of Moon this now, and that's probably the wrong decision, but I don't want that going off at all. I'd rather have to kind of commit to a second one, because we can search out for our double yo-yo, we can hopefully kind of be in the position where he can't outcast again, but if he has an outcast, then it doesn't matter anyway. Here we go, pending for 2. Gonna be popping the scale, setting the Metalfoes fusion, and doing it all again. Go on, just activate it, put it in the graveyard. And then this in the graveyard, I believe, has an effect as well, right? So, yes, just special summons a pen from the graveyard extra deck. So, he then gets a float, gets to do some popping and some bouncing back, and then, yeah, that's game. Yeah, I completely snuffed that one. I should have just booked that in my opponent's turn. I could have made a Crystal Wing and then, you know, had some chance of survival. But now I don't, because I really, really messed that up. Oh dear. And this goes from the graveyard, right? Target two first cards in the graveyard, 1 card on the field. Yeah, okay, and then just bounces that back and attacks in, deals more than 2k damage. Yeah, that's just game. Unlike, no, wait, no, win. Kind of a little bit hopeful that we might have a play here. So let's go 1, attacks in. Why did win not trigger? Hello? Was there something stopping me from activating that there? Are you serious? The skill locks you out of win second effect? That is so arse. Okay, that's news to me. Sure, let's go in for one more game, because our COG rank up has now kind of been destroyed. Let's see what we can do. Right, let's just see if we can redeem ourselves and get another win to kind of round off the video. And it's a Seto Kaiba, Blue Eyes, of course. If we lose to Blue Eyes, then I do not know what is going on. Of course, you open the Red Eye die, of course. But at least this is fine, right? At least we've got access to the Teratop, and that's kind of the... You'd rather see 2 books, you know, this wasn't awful, right? So... Let's go Teratop, let's bring you out, let's go again for the double yo-yo, he's going to scoop it up. Okay, let's play another game. Duel Links, just Duel Links, right? Alright, another Declan. I'm not sure if it's the same guy, I hope it's not, but let's see. We're going second, so again, not great, not the same guy. Okay, thank God, it's 20 cards, he's playing DDD, hopefully we can do something, but... I feel like that if they can just make the... Oh my god, are you serious? This hand literally does nothing. This is a set 1 pass hand, and then we open win on our follow-up turn and can't do anything. This is the one problem I have with Speedroids, right, is that sometimes this deck just, it feels like when you brick, it is the worst thing in the world, and it's like, okay, sure you've got all this back row, but a lot of times, even that back row, they're going to play Orcust, right, and they're just going to completely decimate you. There we go, the DDD Doom King Armageddon, the Crystal T-pose guy. I really don't know what it's supposed to be, but sure, it looks so freaking dumb, doesn't it? Look, it looks dumb. Coach King Giant Trainer. When DDD were like the prime, they're top of their game, this was so frustrating, right? Because you just had so many draws you got to burn in, and you just keep drawing, and you keep drawing, and you keep drawing, and now you've got a Lancia. And I actually just like didn't even see, like, I don't see Lancia hardly on ladder, so I've not really played off against it. So Lancia is going to be, you can set it, right, then special summon it, tribute this card, and then I'll play banish cards. That is a little bit problematic for Speedroids, right, because they have one card they'd like to see, which you don't want to see in your starting hand. Are you for real? You don't, no, you dump this with a skill, you don't want to see this. Oh my god, we're just going to set this, we're going to set 1, set 2, set 3, and we're going to hope that next turn we survive and that we can go into a win. You know, if we don't draw Teratop, we draw a win. If we don't draw that, we draw a double yo-yo. We can at least make a play on our next turn, but he's got 4 cards in hand, he can get a beefy pen summon out, so Swirl Slime... Gonna be activating in the hand. That's going to bring out the Spell and Trap Negate, which is not fun for me. Here we go, here comes the High King Genghis. There is your Spell and Trap card Negate. I'm gonna use the thing right now. Right, use it right now. So, let's see. I'm just gonna book of Moon you and just hope we can keep it from, you know, negate it. Do it, please, thank you. Right, that's your 1 negate kind of used up. We've now just got to kind of play around this whole thing. Now, this does also get effects when it's summoned, right? It just also specials out a DDD from the graveyard. And so it really doesn't matter where we go with this. So we've just kind of got to wait for him to Xyz, and then book that Xyz, right? Or if he doesn't, then we're dead. Gonna be Xyzing though into Dingisu August of the Evening Star. It doesn't matter because he can just go and send the card to the graveyard. Oh, okay, I guess we'll just, like, it doesn't really matter, does it? Like, at this point, like, you know, you're just gonna book something. It's got more defense than thing. We should probably go and book the DDD, so we can't go for another rank 8. But it doesn't matter, right? You're still just gonna send my face down card to the graveyard, and it's not gonna matter. And then you're just gonna attack in and deal 56. And yeah, it just doesn't matter. Oh, Speedroids, man, Speedroids, like, you know, they're the new hotness, but for me it just seems like they don't want to work, or when they do want to work, I just misplay with the Book of Moon, and I'm still reading from that because I was on my win streak towards Cog. You know what? Let's just try and go for one more game. Oh no, half damage! Oh my god! Thank God I booked the thing, that one, right? Thank God. Now here, just don't give me another tuner, right? Just don't give me the second rare dice, and we'll be happy. It does nothing. It does nothing. This just does nothing. This just does nothing. Right? This does nothing. And then Lancia stopped me from banishing. It doesn't matter because it does nothing. Okay, we're gonna end it on a Shea Obsidian. Hopefully Raidraptors, please do not be Orcust, but we're going second, so not really what you want to see, right? Against Raidraptors, you can kind of end on your Crystal Wing, negate the thing, and then it kind of works out cool. It is Raidraptors. Okay, you're playing a base deck, and if this was like last game, right, and we just saw a tuner, it would be bad, right? But because we saw Terratop, then it's not awful if Terratop doesn't get negated. Gonna be summoning Vanishing Lanius on summon, summons out from the hand the Mimicry Lanius, and then it can modulate the levels if you really want to, but you don't, you go into the Raidraptor 4-Strix. 4-Strix can then, I believe, summon out from the deck and add one to hand. Okay, so he can go and add the new card, right? The Limit 3. Yes, adding the Strangle Lanius is a free summon out from the deck. And I believe as well is that if there is a Dark Xyz on the field, you can then bring one back out. So you can then go and make another if you really wanted to. In for the Raidraptor Rise Falcon, I skipped the animation because I thought it was something different. Oh, that is annoying. Raptors Rising. Gonna be detaching one to set a rank of Magic Soul Shade Force to the field in defense mode. This, I believe, can be played this turn. So that is interesting, and it can be. Okay. So that brings that back, and then just ranks up into a bigger body. It's pretty decent, right? In for the Evolzar Sold. Oh, that's the negate, right? Yeah, when you summon, detach one, destroy. Thank God we've got the Book of Moon, you know, thank God. But if one of those two cards in the hand is actually going to be a Lance, then I think we just lose this one again. I have never hoped more for a second Book of Moon than I have right now. That is not the second Book of Moon, and this is a not once per turn, it's just a detach one to book it, and this one is a detach one to pop it. So I'm going to go and use my Book of Moon on the Evolzar Solder, right? Because then I can do some shenanigans with that, and that kind of works out fine. The level 3 brings back a tuner, and so that doesn't really work out with where we want to go with this, so yeah, let's just go and do Solder, and of course you've got the Forbidden Lance. This entire video is just going to be me suffering. I don't know what I'm going to title this because, you know, you want to put your best foot forward, right, for a video for a new deck type, and when you're not really getting that value, it is kind of annoying. But I think we might be okay. Well, we won't be because he's just going to pop whatever we summon or book it. So it's just frustrating, isn't it? That we're going to go like double yo-yo, and then that's going to get booked, or this thing we summon's going to get booked, then we can't synchro, and okay, you're going to pop this. That does free up our zones. That's not the worst thing in the world. We're going to go and add to hand the Tagatomborg. He really needs to play this one, but no, he's got no things on that now. So, oh yeah, but that Book of Moon effect is still really frustrating, right? There you go, Solder. We'll summon it into the double yo-yo, and then we'll bring you back out, and kind of hope and pray that this thing here, it's gonna get booked. We know it is. But then so's is Tagatomborg, right? If this was a quick effect, that'd be crazy, but it's not. So let's just do it, right? Just book it. Go on, book it. It's gonna happen now or later. Let's just go and set you face down. We'll set you face down as well. And, like, the problem is that he can, I guess, make the level 6, right? Or, like, the other Xyz, right? That can make attack 0 and deal some big damage. So, there's that to kind of worry about. Raptor's Rising detaches to go and grab the Phantom Knights of Rank Up Magic Launch, oh boy. I'm glad Raidraptor seemed good though. I'm glad it seemed good. And I'm going to just go and lance that. I'm sorry, you're not ranking up into anything today. Magic Launch? No. Just no. Just disperse. Leave. Go. It's just not happening, I'm sorry. It's not happening. You can beat me down with your Evolzar. That's fine by me. You know, that's fine by me. We've drawn our recovery spell. That's fantastic. Let's go for the Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. You have no way to shut this down now, which is fantastic. Here we go. Clear Wing, summon you, and then we'll go and play our skill, of course, to go and bring back out to the field a lovely red-eyed dice from our deck. We'll summon you in defense mode, why not? And he's going to scoop it up, because now we're kind of done it. Yeah, I'm just going to keep playing, right, and just see what happens. Here we go, Jack Atlas back again. Will it be the 30-card variant where he's going to play Metalfoes, or will it be the actual good Resonator deck? It is going to be... It doesn't say. And opening Takatomborg is not fantastic. Well, it wouldn't be a Brad video without misplaying hard, so I guess we'll just go and set these three. Roaring Soul, it is the good Jack Atlas skill. Okay, fair enough. Hopefully 2 Book of Moons are going to be enough to disrupt all the plays here, but I'm very doubtful. Adding the Red Sprinter. Okay. So, with this, I'm pretty sure you just go and book the summon of the thing. But I'm going to actually book the Sprinter here, and I'm going to kind of hope that he can then bring out another Wandering King from his hand. And so, yes, you get your summon out, you can't sync at the moment, and if we just kind of lock his board up, then we should be kind of okay. And I think that'll be, rather than letting him go for the Red Rising Dragon, I think that'll be fine to kind of just book him here, and potentially he can't do anything. Okay, please give me a normal summon, not a normal summon. Okay, that doesn't really help at all. I'm gonna leave it at that, because at the absolute worst, we can use Wind's Effect when it's destroyed. This searches out for things, so this doesn't really matter, right? Here comes Red Rising, summons you out, and I'm kind of thinking that we just wait and see what happens with the big Red Dragon Archfiend, right? Because I don't have on-summon effects. As far as I'm aware, there's no on-summon for this, right? That's just once per turn. Not on summon, so yeah, there's like he can gain some life points, but in terms of blowing up my board, he can't do that without declaring the effect. Although he can make Void Ogre Dragon, and here we just play Book of Moon and just lock down that. Okay, end phase. Okay, all right. This is so scuffed, but we're doing this. This is so scuffed. Come on, draw into the double yo-yo. That is excellent. That works out quite nicely. Only downside is that the tuner we want isn't in the graveyard, right? Let's go and dump to the graveyard a tuner. Do I want to dump the Mendoshi Piper? Not really. I guess we'll dump this one, right? We'll dump you, and then we'll just summon into the double yo-yo. We've turned off the win, unfortunately, but we kind of have had to do that. Oh, we can bring back the Takatomborg. I forgot about this. Okay, let's bring you back. We've got the Lance, so we can stop this from kind of ruining our day completely, which is fine. Here, I want to go for the Clear Wing, and then we'll play this effect, and then we'll kind of get the value from that afterwards, right? Yeah, I think that's fine, right? So let's go Clear Wing. You, 1, 2, and summon you. Just please don't have 2 back row that can disrupt me. At this point, have those back row not be, 2 things. So we'll see what happens. Floodgate Trap Hole, though, is pretty drastic. We've got the Lance, we're going to be protected from that. Just now, don't have the Book of Moon. Okay, you don't. Okay, very cool. Let's then go and play Clearing Acceleration to go and special out every dice from my deck. We'll go and do that very nicely right there. And then we'll go and... actually, this is the thing, because we could use this to bring back a tune from our graveyard, right, which is only going to be the red dice, but I kind of just want to do this now and go for this right here. Okay, go for you, some defense. It is kind of annoying because we need kind of bodies on board, but we'll see. 1, 2, Terratop is pretty huge, but we've got no bodies on our field. We've got cards on the field already, so doesn't really work out. We could go Kite Drake, right, and send everything to the graveyard, and then hope and pray, I guess, would be the right moniker there. Would be hope and pray that that back row is nothing kind of too disruptive. I think that's it. I think we go for Kite Drake. I think we risk it because we've got summons in our graveyard, right? So I think we risk it and see what happens, right? Kite Drake, destroy all the cards on the field. Please go through. It's gone through. Thank God. Activate the effect of our Dendroduck in the graveyard. Okay, we've got this, right? Summon into the Fukumidoshi Piper in attack mode. That's 4k damage on board. Battle phase 1, 2 swing with the Kite Drake. There we go. On to the next game. Oh, Cam, I'm glad I saw the line there. Okay, Yugo versus Yugo, Speedroids versus Speedroids, unless he's playing some Cringe Orcus variant, which wouldn't really work out, but we'll see. He's on a loss streak. I'm on a win streak. Let's see. He's going first, okay. So he can establish his clear wing before I can. But I've got a Book of Moon. Ooh, okay. Summoning the Speedroid Horse Stilts. When it's summoned, you summon one from hand. I'm not playing this, but this might be a more free-to-play variant. We'll see. In for the Takatomborg. Okay. This can attribute itself to go and add a tuner, or special summons out a tuner, sorry, from the deck, so that gets him into his level 7 clear wing. In for the Den Daiko Duke. Of course, that's kind of expected. And I imagine that the play here is just going to be the standard. You make clear wing, you play the skill, you make Crystal Wing. He might have some back row, but we've got a Book of Moon. So I'm feeling pretty confident, unless there is more than one card he can bring out on the field. But if we open a second Lance, then we're just fine anyway. So let's see. Here comes out the tuner. And here comes out the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Oh boy. There is the big beef in the gate. He's not going into the EMZ, which is a little bit weird, right? A little bit weird. He's got 2 back row. That's not fun. There is a double yo-yo. Okay, so first of all, we're just going to fire off the Book of Moon and hope that that is kind of enough to shut down this Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Please be enough. Please. Okay, right, I've been Lance. That does make things a little bit more annoying, but it's not impossible because, of course, we can still be over this. So I think, oh no, actually, wait. If it's got battles level up higher, you can gain attack points equal to the current attack of the opponent's monster is battling. I wonder how that works with the whole having the same card on board. I wonder how that works. I guess we'll find out. So let's go win and just try and bait out this negate, right? It's gonna happen. You know, you're gonna negate this one, I would imagine. Yep, okay, clearing, gonna be negating, that's completely fine. Because it's still got normal summon. As long as the back row isn't like a needle ceiling, we can still survive, right? If it's not a multi-clearing back row, we're still kind of good. So let's send you to the graveyard, and let's go the Speedroid double yo-yo, and bring back out the Den Daiko Duke. Summon you into defense mode. Ooh, the back row is reactable. It's a Chalice. It's a Chalice. Okay, he's used his box chips to get this. But we've got the Lance, and you can't complain because you opened the Lance as well. So you can't really complain. But let's see. I'm not too sure what the interaction is on that. I'm really not. So we've got our graveyard. Of course, we've got the Fukumidoshi Piper, which is not really going to be that useful right now. So let's go for the Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Let's go for our skill and go and summon out the red-eyed dice from our deck. And it's just a Clear Wing versus Clear Wing match. Wait, do we have... We have game the same way as last time, right? Because we've already used negate on this. So we can just go for the Kite Drake, nuke the board, and then bring back out the Metalfoes Piper, right? I can't believe using the same way to win another game in a row. But at least we bait out the game. There we go. Dendroduck Duke, activating, bring back out the Metalfoes Piper, and just feels good. We're not going to do any level modulation. We're not going to do any, adding to hand. Probably should have done. But there we go, 3k to the face, on to the next game. So we've got a guy named No-Go from Germany. Is it going to be a Yugo? No, it's not. It's going to be Shea Kurosaki, Shea Obsidian, coming back with the Raidraptors, hopefully, for a return on our win streak. We're not on rank up just yet. One more game, I believe, and then we're there. But let's see. We're going first. Can we beat the Raidy Shady boys? I'm not too sure. We're not going first. We're going second. I can't even read. Right, okay. We've got a good hand. Right, that's a pretty solid hand. Again, the issue is that he can just make his rank 6 Evolzar and his Evil Storm Nightmare and then just like shut down every possible play we can possibly make. And that's kind of the thing, is the Raidraptors, if they're left unchecked, they can do so much, which is so cool. You know, it's so cool this deck is good now. Playing the Skill Raptors Rising, that's going to be giving you the rank up spell, which is going to be rank up magic Raid Force, which is someone from the deck and uses material, so you can go for a rank 5 or rank 7. Going for a rank 5, I believe this one is the Evolzar, right, that you make here? No, he's just making Stranger Falcon, okay. He's playing pure Raidraptors? Like, properly pure? And there is the Skip Force, which is summon 1, but 2 ranks higher. Going for a rank 8. That's going to be the new Satellite Cannon Falcon. Okay, so this is like... the big thing here is it can reduce all of my attack, and it's 800 for each Raidraptor in the graveyard. And so at the moment, right, he's got one. He's got 1 in the graveyard right now. He might have more, but he's opened every rank up magic that exists in Duel Links. Every single one. He's now got the Revolution Falcon as well in defense mode, and this one is not really doing much by itself, but it does make them 0. This one is the one that can really badly mess you up. Do you have a back row as well? You don't. So he's got 4 bodies, right? 4 bodies, and in terms of like cards that can deal with me, you've got nothing here. You've got this, which makes one of my monsters lose attack points, and that's about it. But this can't be responded to. So, oh no, it's the other one. Oh no, that's the first one. Oh, okay. So that works out quite nicely, right? So we can go for summoning the Terratop, and I think we should be fine to kind of win this one, just by using a board nuke, I believe. So let's go for the double yo-yo, and we should be okay to win this by the board nuke. Let's go and dump to the graveyard a copy of the Fukumidoshi Piper, where it is. No, the Dendadukaduke, sorry. The Dendadukaduke will summon into the double yo-yo, and this should just be game here. Right, I don't see anything that can really deal with this. Now, of course, he could use his effect to make my guy weaker, but I'll be able to summon out something else as well, so this won't really matter in the long run. Let's go play our skill, and yeah, we've got this on lock, right? We've got this on lock. So let's go for the Kite Drake. He's gonna play, you know, his Raidraptor effect in response to Kite Drake. He's gonna make it so that my guy becomes weak, and it doesn't matter because we're still gonna be able to game him. I believe. I hope. I really hope. Cannon Falcon coming in, gonna be. Oh, does it? It only works now, so it's gonna be not as weak as it could be. He can do it twice. It doesn't matter. He can make it 0 anyway. Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. He has got some floating effects, which I was kind of worried about. He can just bring out a Raidraptor Xyz and then attach a material to it, which is kind of scary because he now has the same thing again. Yes, it is permanent. So that's not good. So let's go summon Takatomborg in defense mode. I mean, we can make another 7, right? We can make another 7. That does work. We can go play Dendadukaduke, and that can then go and get us into our Midoshi Piper. Yeah, this does work, I believe. This should work. Go for you. Midoshi Piper. That's going to get us into a lovely mill 2 for a Book of Moon or Takatomborg. Go for Book of Moon into Zeta. Now, Zeta isn't going to do much for us right now. I believe we can select the effect. I am going to play this now, just so that card gets dumped in the graveyard. There's no materials on it. We have technically got a Book of Moon that can flip this face down to reset its value. My worry is, it's 3k attack, it's pretty beefy. Skip Force activates in the graveyard to banish 1, to bring back out a Raidraptor Xyz in the graveyard. It's so good. I did say at the very start I was going to misplay, and this whole duel feels like it's been a very long misplay. Right, a very long misplay. Here comes the Strangle. Wait, does this come back in my next standby phase? Okay. So I've kind of got to use the Book of Moon on my own card, right, to stop myself from dying here. Okay, Book of Moon. Just gonna Book of Moon, my own guy. So he goes to the fence, and then we're fine. And then we're fine, right? I guess he's kind of forced to attack us still. Okay, fair enough. We just win. We just win here. That's fine. There is our double yo-yo. If we really wanted to, we can go and make some more synchro stuff, right? Let's go and do it. Why not? Let's go summon you. And we'll then go and bring back out from our graveyard. Go for the red-eyed dice. We can then go and I guess... no, this makes sense, right? This is fine for this turn. Because we can then go into... I guess we could go into the Crystal Wing if we want to. But I'm going to go into the Higoita. Because it does kind of mess up things with the levels. Which is good for future Xyz summons. But is he going to be able to make anything? I don't really think so. So I think that we're kind of good there. Just go to attack mode, go to battle phase, Kite Drake attacking into the Strangle Lanius. That is going to be me going on to my rank up game to Cog. Oh boy, I've got a feeling we're going to lose this one, but let's see. It is make it or break it time. This will be the final duel of this very long video, going on to our King of Games climb. Win and we'll gain a rank going second against Yuto. Is it going to be Pendulum? Is it going to be Phantom Knights? It's looking to be Phantom Knights. Okay. Now, they can just make Dark Requiem and just negate my first thing, and then I'm kind of screwed. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, of course. Why could it have been a Blue Eyes player for this final one? Why could it not have been a Blue Eyes player? That's all I could ask for, really. So, we can... play Win. Win can bait out a negate, I guess. We can play Takatomborg, and that gets a tuner, but I need to see a double yo-yo. I really need to see a double yo-yo or Book of Moon next, right? It's just something, unless he does go for the rank up play in his turn, and then we can just stop it with the Lance now. He might have just opened his own Lances, right? That's plenty possible. Tree is on, Phantom, going to be detaching 2 to gain 1, and then of course, puts the guy in the graveyard, activates the effect of, I think, no, he's just hard opened it. Just hard opened it, gonna go and make Dark Requiem on turn 1. Okay, fair enough. I can respect that. You've now got a pretty beefy monster negate on the board. That is fantastic. Destroy it, then just summon out an Xyz from your graveyard. That is fantastic. But that's only while there is a Dark Rebellion on it. So, given he didn't go into the Break Sword, he's kind of limited himself a little bit here in terms of what he can do. And he's adding the Phantom Knight Sword, which stops battle destruction and effect card destruction. Setting 2. Okay. Book of Moon, Book of Moon, Book of Moon. Thank you, Konami Gods, for gifting me the Book of Moon. Thank you. Thank you. The Book of Moon of the Lance, it's all we needed to see. Let's go to Center Graveyard U, right, yep, and go and search for the Teratop. There we go. And from here, we should just be pretty golden, right? Some Teratop, and of course, defense on this is 25, so we need to beat over it with our Crystal Wing. So let's go and grab the double yo-yo. We could again go for Kite Drake, right? We could go for Kite Drake. So the Trap Connie Search does have a graveyard special summon, but it doesn't have an Xyz in the graveyard, so that's actually really good for us. So let's go double yo-yo, and I forgot to play the skill. Oh no. It doesn't really matter. It's not the worst thing in the world, right? We can make you level 6, and that's fine. But that's really not the thing I meant to do. That does kind of limit us a little bit going forward, right? Just a little bit. So let's go for Clear Wing. I was too busy reading other cards. You know, the one time we're gonna play the animation, the final time in the duel in the video. Clear Wing Synchro Dragon coming out looking very nice. I don't think I've cogged in a while, to be fair. I've not really felt the need to cog, but now that we're so close, it is a bottomless, and we've just got the Forbidden Lance. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. We had the protection. That would have really messed me up, though. You know, if that bottomless went through, that'd have been devastating. But we're just built differently. Just built differently. Okay, let's go and play the red dice from our deck, of course. Lovely to see you. And here I'm gonna go for Takatomborg, right? Do it now. Get out of Doshi Piper. So this Phantom Knight's launch sword can be played on any card on the field. That's why it's being changeable now. Okay, that's fair enough. So play Takatomborg. That's going to go and summon out the Madoshi Piper from our deck. That's going to get us access to a lovely Mill 3. Pick any card we want. Give me a Bukamoon or something, and that'll be great. Forbidden Lance is pretty big. Double Yo-Yo is also huge. I'm going to go for the double Yo-Yo, because I think that gain attack is not going to be super relevant at the moment. We're locked into wins as well, which is kind of frustrating, right? If we go Kite Drake, then we can't do anything because it's not the card in the graveyard. That's fine. Cyber Stress does nothing, so we just go for the Crystal Wing Synchro Boy. We summon you. There we go, summon you. And I guess what we'll do is play the skill to go and dump our Denadaiku to the graveyard, just so we don't draw into the next turn. Because we do want to see it. We do want to see it. But we don't want to see it, like, that badly. So let's just attack in. 3k. This is going to be fine. Plenty fine. This doesn't do anything, right? This gains attack. But it does make it not to be destroyed on this turn. And they're both effect negates, right? So he activates, I chain, and then negates, destroys, summons, and exceeds. It's not the greatest thing in the world, right? In terms of what's happening here. So, alright. We gotta do it, haven't we? We gotta do it. I did walk into that. I keep walking into this on the games are important. I keep walking into the big misplays. And I think last game as well, I could have gone for a different synchro and then used the skill and then brought back out a thingy and then... Okay, that's definitely a play. The hope is that what's in his graveyard, right? Is this. Right, you've got Ragged Gloves. Can you do 4k to me? Because this can send a Phantom Knight's card. The issue was, can you make Break Sword? And I'm going to imagine the answer is yes, you can make Break Sword with 2 level 3s. Oh, it's so annoying on the rank up. Are you... Really? I misplayed the last minute. Oh, it's annoying. Here comes some level... Yeah, okay. Yep. Alright. Damn it. Oh well. I did say at the start I was gonna misplay, and I'm guessing that I did it at some point in this duel. So this was the big misplay here, right? Was not playing the skill before this because I was reading the trap card, right, to make sure that there was nothing I didn't understand. So if I'd have done this, put the right card in the graveyard, and then been able to go into the Kite Drake, I probably would have won this, right, just by blowing out the board and then attacking in. Because there would have been no real good targets for this trap card in the graveyard, so that would have been fine. Ugh, it's so dumb. When we dumped this with a skill, we could have used this effect to bring back out the red-eyed dice in our graveyard, and then gone for Hagoita, which next turn would have been crucial for making sure he couldn't have made the Phantom Knight's Break Sword, and then go for Malevolent Sin. So that also was a pretty big blunder on my part. So this is the list we're playing for Speedroids. It's looking pretty straightforward, right? We've got your 3 copies of Win, which I very rarely end up seeing, 2 Takatomborgs, that's all I pulled, and the rest is pretty straightforward, right? 3 Bukamoon, 3 Lance, you've got 1 off the recovery. This has come in clutch, that's why I've been playing it. It sometimes has been really, really helpful, and at times I haven't seen it, at times I want to see it, so that's why I'm playing it. I'm not playing like things like a Compulsory or a Crackdown, for example. And X-Tech-wise is pretty straightforward, right? You know, you've got Crystal Wing, you've got your Clear Wing, you've got your Mist Worm, which has come up a few times. You've got your Hagoita, which can be very funny against Odd Eyes, right? You summon it, then they summon out their Pen Summon, and then you make their levels not compatible to make their rank 7s, and then it kind of all goes tits up for them. So, it's a very fun deck, but one, as you've seen in the video, can brick really hard, and is really annoying when it does brick. Of course, it can also go right to King Games, and if you're not a terrible player like me, you can actually hit King Games and not misplay and lose the Phantom Knights. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the bit of a longer video than usual. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See you then.